What's going on, guys? This is James Allan. I am recording this on Saturday, July 19th, 2025. Before I get into today's topic, I want to clear the air for my friend a little bit because he's been looking at the comment section of the last video. He told me he's been laughing about it and he would like to clear the air about some accusations people have been making about him. First of all, he wants to make clear that he does not work for any blockchain competition. A lot of people have been saying he works for other blockchain and he went to the hackathon to throw dirt at DFinity. So this is his text saying, I don't work for any competition. In fact, we spoke on the phone today and he said he doesn't even own any crypto, let alone, work for the competition. Another thing he saw in the comment section is people have accused him that he didn't really go to the hackathon. And for that, he says, I could send you the Manifesto document. They were handing out all attendees on entry. He also included a tag because he was a hackathon participant. He actually did really well. He said, I could send you the Manifesto document. And if you look at the next text, he sends the self-writing internet manifesto, which apparently they were giving out at the hackathon itself, proving that he did go there and was a hackathon participant. And another thing I also want to notice or show is the fact that even in the last video, there's been people in the comment section saying that the part about the pre-chosen winners is definitely true. And when someone put definitely true all caps like that, they're either an insider or was at the hackathon themselves. So it seems like his intuition about the winners being pre-selected is probably true. I don't know because I wasn't there, but it seems like people are confirming that this is true. Now, that's not what this video is about. However, this video, in fact, I wasn't even supposed to do a video today. I didn't plan on it. Today was supposed to be my me day, but I'm relaxing and I get another text and I'm just going to read it to you guys because, you can't make this stuff up. I get this text. It says, this community is interesting. Looks like Foundation reached out to Zero to Hero YouTuber, gave him access yesterday. He made a response video for Caffeine. Your vid went viral, looks like. So I'm like, what is he talking? Who's Foundation? So I'm like, you mean DFinity? And he's like, yes. So I'm like, how did you find out that the foundation reached out to him? And he said, I watched his video. He mentioned it in there. And he even gives like the exact clip where he mentioned that DFinity reached out to him. So I'm going to let that play.
A big thank you to the DFinity Foundation that they reached out to me today via DM. They wrote me, hey, Fabio, do you want to test Cafe? Do you have an invitation code? And I was like, no, I don't have it. And they are like, do you want to get an invitation code? Do you want to test Caffeine AI? And I was like, for sure, I want to do it. Let's do it. Let's try to build and deploy something on the internet computer. Of course, many people complained, hey, I didn't get it, you got it. Guys, I'm posting this video so the world can really know about the capabilities of the world computer.
Now, you saw the clip, the guy from Zero to Hero saying DFinity reached out to him privately in his DM saying, hey, do you want to test Caffeine AI? And of course, Zero to Hero, he wants to be cool, right? He wants to be cool to his audience. So he lets people know that DFinity reached out to him, right? And by doing that, he gets what he wants, right? He wants to be seen as cool. But by doing that, he kind of blows DFinity's cover, right? He fucked it up for DFinity. He just blew DFinity's coverage entirely. And if it didn't connect to, because some people here, they don't get things so quickly, and I don't mean that in an offensive way, but some people, they don't socially connect the dots quickly. So let me socially connect the dot for you. Zero to Hero is a much smaller YouTuber than I am. I have nearly double his subscribers. Not only I have nearly double his subscribers, the number of subscribers. I'm a developer. I've made technical tutorials on ICP on numerous occasions. One of the most famous ones being how to register your custom domain on boundary nodes. Actually, this tutorial came out because a developer that was working on ICP couldn't do it. He couldn't figure it out based on the documentation that they had. And he was asking me for help. So I was like, okay, I'll figure it out. And then instead of just helping you, I'll do it for the entire community. But there's other tutorials that I've done. But this is one of the tutorials that I've gotten the most thank you for. So I'm a developer. I've done tutorials on internet computer, technical tutorials, and I have nearly double the amount of subscribers of Zero to Hero. Yet, DFinity reaches out to Zero to Hero to test Caffeine AI, right? They didn't reach out to me, right? Bigger developer, have done technical tutorials, submitted a grant. Like, they didn't reach out to me. They reached out to a much smaller YouTuber, a yes man. And why did they do that? They do that because the video, the testimony video, you know, this is damage control, guys. This is damage control. This is damage control. Now, it's okay that DFinity wants nothing to do with me. I'm not going to be bitter or resentful. You already rejected me for a grant. You won't even contact me despite an engineer, a person who was at your hackathon, you know, reaching out to me and giving me a testimony. Instead of clearing it with me, you go to Zero to Hero, right? So it's whatever, but I will tell you this, DFinity. I never wanted beef with you. I never wanted to antagonize you. I didn't want this. In fact, I wanted you to back CityXcape. I wanted you to back CityXcape because you need a hit. You need a Web3 hit. And I think I could give it to you. But rather than, like, you know, giving me any chance, you reject my grant, you snub me, and, you know, it is what it is. I just want the community to see what you just did. You reached out to Zero to Hero, you know, a much smaller YouTuber, and you ignored me. Despite me saying, I want to work with you, you know, I want to cooperate. You know, I could give you a hit. I could not only give you a hit, I could show other technical founders how I'm using your chain to do very interesting things. But you reached out to Zero to Hero. I think that alone speaks for itself. I knew you were trying to avoid me, but that speaks for itself completely. And that's fine. Completely fine. Not bitter. It's your right as an organization to say yes or no to individuals. But before I go, I want to tell you this, DFinity. I want to tell you this. You can't keep this up forever. At some point, even your loyal followers are going to want to get paid. People are going to want to eat. People are going to want to eat. You know? You've been losing money like crazy. At some point, even your most loyal followers, they're going to want to get paid. And when they see the money's not coming, all this anger, all this hate that they're currently putting on my channel because they're loyal to you is going to be directed at you times 10. People are going to want, it's already happening. I woke up this morning with emails from people concerned about their internet computer investments. For an example, an 18-year-old reached out to me saying, hey, he doesn't know if he should invest in ICP. And there's many other people who's been hitting me up concerned about you and ICP, DFinity, hitting me up. I didn't ask them to hit me up, right? At some point, DFinity, people are going to want to eat. They're going to want to get paid. And when the money's not flowing, all that hate, they're going to bring it to you, not me. Not me. I've tried to be cooperative. I said I wanted to work with you. I even thought you could back CityXcape. But you gave your answer. It's clear. You talked to Zero to Hero. You didn't talk to me. I think that says it all. In any case, my misfits, that's all I have for you in this episode. You know what to do. Don't forget to press that like button and support me on Patreon. I will see you next time.